Okay, so this is one topic, haloalkanes and haloarenes. Now, Hariharan has already completed this in the school, so he knows it. But I am sure, Hariharan, there will be things which you, in this revision is only going to help you. I know that if you already know a topic and you have to sit through it again, it may be a little not, boring, but since you find organic chemistry interesting, I am sure you will find this also interesting. Okay. So, in order to understand haloalkanes and haloarenes well, it is very important, Vaishnavi, Tejas, it is very important that you should know alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes, and these aromatic compounds very well. So, are you confident about the hydrocarbons of class 11? Tell me. Vaishnavi, how
Yes,
do you
ma'am.
like organic chemistry?
Yes, ma'am. It's interesting.
Are you confident of hydrocarbons?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's very good. And Raghav, what about you? Are you confident of hydrocarbons?
I'm a little bit confident. Not much.
Okay, not much, but we will figure out. And what about you, Sanjay?
Well, same. I mean, I'm not 100%, but
But
I'm
yes, but you will recall, because in organic chemistry, children, what happens is that all the topics are interrelated. Okay, so if your basics are good, then everything will go on smoothly. Even if you have forgotten a little, and I find that, and at any stage you find that you don't recall what you have learned in class 11, you tell me, then in one of the classes we'll quickly revise the 11 standards or portions also. Okay. So what I generally feel is that organic chemistry is a family of 7 A's. Okay, so which are the 7 A's? The 7 A's which I am talking about are A's. You can see alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, alkyl halides, alcohols, aldehydes, and I have not taken separately, but the ketones come along with alkyl halides. Then acids, and these aromatic compounds, I treat them like a cousin, separate. Okay. Now this family of 7 A's, it is related. This family is related to each other. So that is why the first part, alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, you have already learned. This year we are going to learn alkyl halides, alcohols, aldehydes, and acids. Okay. Now, how are they related? If you go from, top to bottom, okay, you see, from alkanes, if I go to acids, then what happens is all the methods of preparation, like supposing I have to prepare acids from aldehydes or alcohols, you can see the methods of preparation will be always oxidation. So if I go from top to bottom, I will be doing oxidation, right? And if I go from bottom to top, right? If I go from acids or aldehydes or alcohols, if I want to prepare alkanes, you have learned the first three, from alkenes when you make alkanes, or from alkynes when you make alkanes. It is always by doing what? By adding hydrogen. So this, when you go from bottom to top, the methods are always of reduction. Okay, so you will realize, so there is some link there. So from top to bottom, if you are going, you are oxidizing. From bottom to top, when you are going, you are reducing. It is just like the activity series which you would have learned along with the redox reactions. So you could be oxidizing or reducing. So you have to understand the link. What is the link that I am going to do? Now we are going to do alkyl halides. So what is our objective when we are doing alkyl halides? when we are doing alkyl halides, if you approach this topic in this way, I need to know how to make alkyl halides. Okay. So what will be the methods of preparation of alkyl halides? Methods of preparation.
Halogenation.
Methods of preparation. Yeah. So all methods of preparation will be from So methods of preparation, you will have to learn how to prepare from alkanes, from alkenes, from alkynes. Similarly, how will you prepare alkyl halides from alcohols, from aldehydes, from acids? Are there any methods? And similarly, what will be the properties of alkyl halides? From alkyl halides, can I prepare alkenes? Can I prepare alkenes? Can I prepare alcohols? Can I prepare aldehydes? So if you link together and learn, then you will understand organic chemistry very well. All the conversions are what? They are just converting one class of compound into the other. So you have to learn how to do this. That is the art. So once you learn that technique or art, you will understand it very well. So here, say for example, if I want to reduce, I can reduce acids to alcohol, aldehyde to alcohol. I can reduce acids to alkanes. But every time I reduce, I will have to use a reducing agent. So in organic chemistry, the reagents that you use, they are also very, very important. All the reagents, what change they bring about in your organic compound, that is what we have to slowly understand. What is the speciality of each reagent, how that reagent will bring about a change in my compound. So from that point of view, if you learn, your learning will become very, very easy. Okay, so keeping all this in mind, we will start. So first thing that you have to learn in this chapter, these questions also often come in organic chemistry. In your MCQs also they come. And I always feel it is important to always relate the chemistry to everyday life. Okay, everyday life, where do we use haloalkanes and or alkyl halides in everyday life. Now this is the first one. This is chloramphenicol. This is an antibiotic. Okay, antibiotic which is used for mainly a special antibiotic which is used for treatment of typhoid. So people who get typhoid, they are given chloramphenicol, and in chloramphenicol you see this, you can see here the chlorine this is a chlorine here and a chlorine here. So this chlorine is attached to the carbon here. So these are halogen derivatives. The halogen derivatives are those where in carbon compounds halogens are present. So here this is a halogen. Now the second one here you can see it is also a very, very important, interesting compound. This is chloroform. You must have heard of chloroform. It is one of the most ancient anesthetic. Okay, the anesthetic is the one you must have heard of, anesthesia. So anesthetic is the one which is used to temporarily put a person to sleep, or during the surgeries, they give anesthesia to people so that they don't feel the pain and the doctor can perform the operation easily. So this chloroform was one of the first anesthetic that was used, and that is also a halogen derivative. You can see here there are 3 halogens, these different halogens, chlorine atoms are present, 3. And this is also a very well-known halogen derivative. Now look at the next one. This is DD-chloro. See, you can see here 2 chlorine atoms are present. One here and one here. So dichloro, diphenyl, trichloro, ethane, DDT. So DDT, what is the use of DDT? You know, DDT is
Pesticide, ma'am.
it's a pesticide. Very good. It is a pesticide. It was also one of the very important pesticides once upon a time, but now we are reducing the use of DDT because, you know, it goes down the food chain and causes a lot of other side effects, poisoning and all that. So the use of DDT has been reduced. Then this is chloroquine. I don't know whether you have heard of chloroquine. Chloroquine is a very important medicine for malaria. So you can see such important compounds which are those which contain chlorine, you know, in them. So they are organic compounds where one of the derivative is either chlorine. I have by chance taken chlorine. There is one iodine also. So they are all halogen derivatives. So CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, you have heard of chlorofluorocarbons. They are used as refrigerants. Refrigerants are those which are, you know, used for, or, you know, the sprays that you use. They are also chlorofluorocarbons. You must have used chlorofluorocarbons because they are, you know, the problem because of which there is a depletion of ozone layer, you know, depletion of ozone layer. So they are very useful compounds, but now people are finding that there are some difficulties. They can be compressed easily, so they are good refrigerants, but releasing them into the atmosphere causes problems. So that now here the last one here is iodoform. Iodoform is a very good disinfectant. Okay, disinfectant. So disinfectants are, you know, for use like, you know, we use for floor cleaning, we use some disinfectants. Similarly, disinfectants are largely used in hospitals because they clean up or they help in removing all the bacterial infections. So they are applied to surfaces. You know, there are some which you apply to your skin, but disinfectants are generally applied to non-living surfaces to get them free of bacteria. So iodoform, generally we, you know, you will hear this, we say it has a hospital smell. You identify iodoform with its hospital smell. So why do we say it has a hospital smell? Because it is often used in the hospitals as a disinfectant. So that typical smell that you go when you enter the hospital is because of iodoform. Now, iodoform and chloroform, these are the two you are going to learn also. But you know that, you know, the topic that you are learning, you are going to learn very simplified form of the chemistry of haloalkanes and haloarenes, but it is nevertheless related to other compounds. So that is, you know, you always go from simple to more complicated. So if you understand the simple ones, you will understand the other ones also. So this is about. Now
Excuse
there
me.
are large, yeah, tell me, yes.
Can you give the full form of DDT?
Dichloro, DDT also you will learn, I think. So it is dichloro, diphenyl, trichloro, ethane. Okay, dichloro, see 2 chlorine, so dichloro, 2 phenyl, so diphenyl, trichloroethane. Okay. Now I have taken this up because, you know, sometimes in MCQs they ask some questions like this. So you should be familiar with these names. Okay, so it generally helps. This is, you know, the first paragraph of your textbook which you don't read. This is that. Okay, that's. Okay, so now let us come to what our alkyl halides are. Okay, so alkyl halides are compounds obtained by replacing one or more hydrogen atoms from the hydrocarbon with equal number of halogen atoms. So they are called halogen derivatives of hydrocarbons. Okay, so say for example, I have, this is which compound? Tell me what is this compound? Can you see what I'm writing?
Ethane.
Ethane. Yeah. So I remove one hydrogen from ethane and I replace that hydrogen with chlorine.
Chloroethane.
So it becomes chloroethane. Okay, so if I remove one hydrogen from one or more hydrogen from an alkane, then the part which remains is alkyl, and what I put there is a halogen. So we sometimes call them haloalkanes. That is the word haloalkanes. You also can call them alkyl halides. Generally, if you have only one hydrogen replaced, then only we call them alkyl halides, otherwise haloalkanes. Okay, so that is haloalkanes. Similarly, if I have the benzene ring here, this is benzene. And when instead of one hydrogen, I replace it by a chlorine or a bromine, this becomes a haloarine. Okay, so we are going to learn about these two.